So today I'm talking about security on investments and whether you have adequate security in place to protect your investment. So when you buy a new car or a TV, you'd expect some kind of guarantee or warranty to be in place to protect your investment. So why wouldn't you do something similar when it comes to investing in property development deals? At my company, we have stringent requirements when it comes to protecting our investors' investments. So to share some of our insights, I thought I'd outline two of the main types of security you should know about in property development transactions. These are fixed charges and guarantees. So first of all, security by way of fixed charge. If you're providing your investment by way of debt, you should be asking for a fixed charge over the property. Lower risk debt investments will attract a lower interest rate but a high level of security. For example, a first ranking charge over the property being developed. Higher risk debt investments will attract a higher interest rate but a lower level of security. For example, a second ranking charge. One of the main advantages of a fixed charge is if certain default events occur, there are a number of things that you can do. Most notably, you can enforce your charge and seek to return your capital by selling the property, subject to any charge holders that rank ahead of you. It's so important to have a valuation of the current value of your property to assess the effectiveness of your security, especially if you rank in priority below another charge holder. Charges aren't usually given to equity investors due to the nature of equity being higher risk than debt. However, if you are providing your investment by way of equity, you will likely be a shareholder in the company that holds the property, and depending on the percentage of your shareholding or the collective percentage of the investor's shareholding, you may be able to request control over the voting rights of major decisions if things start to go wrong. Again, potentially enforcing a sale or substituting the developer for another developer, subject to any rights the charge holders have. Because of the lack of security on equity investments, your main focus should be on performing quality due diligence and de-risking the deal to achieve your return. So, number 2, guarantees. A guarantee is a contractual promise from a party, usually the developer or the developer's company, to pay the amount owed to the investor by the project company if the project company fails to do so itself. Again, this type of security is usually sought on debt investments. We would see guarantees as supplementary forms of security to add protection to a higher risk deal. For example, if the loan was high compared to the value of the property, which means a greater exposure for the investor, a guarantee can provide that extra value that is needed to de-risk the investment. It provides a gateway into the developer's personal assets or its company's assets. The problem with guarantees and why we don't solely rely on them is because there's no central registry that records guarantees, unlike fixed charges. So the developer could have given out several guarantees, amounting to more than his or her net worth, to multiple lenders, of course devaluing the guarantee. There is also no order of priority of guarantees, so it's unclear which lender will rank ahead of another, and if guarantees are called upon at the same time. It is also difficult to know exactly what a person's real net worth is. You can ask for asset liability statements from accountants, although these don't reflect the true picture, as many liabilities can be off balance sheet. I hope that helps. Thanks.